'Tis the season to be podcasting. Stay inside with a warm beverage and a hot microphone. If you're interested, Spotify can help you out. They've got a platform that lets you make one, distribute it, and earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So you've already got the equipment necessary to start recording today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify, Apple, Google, and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify. And when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&A and polls are an excellent way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Best of all, it's completely free. I switched Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy over to Spotify for Podcasters, and I haven't regretted it. The analytics are fantastic, and the new tools for hosting and updating the feed are way more than I could do self-hosting. Now, it's your turn. Head to podcasters.spotify.com and read all about it. Then, let me know what you're podcasting all about. Crank up the blues music and let's get ready for some trivia. Hey gang, I'm your host Brian Rollins, and this is episode 186 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. This week we're heading down south with some Mississippi trivia. 30 questions about the state's history, geography, and some of the famous people from there. If you're new around these parts, welcome. If you need rules or scorecards, you can find them at dorkygeekynerdy.com. You can also send me a note to say hi or kick some feedback my way. That covers the basics, so let's begin. The Dorky Round. Number 1. What is the capital of Mississippi? Jackson. It's also the state's largest city. Number 2. When it comes to income, where does Mississippi rank in the U.S.? '50th. Sadly, Mississippi is the poorest state in the U.S. Number 3. What river makes up the majority of the western border of Mississippi? Don't overthink it, it's the Mississippi River. Number 4. Jamie Foxx played the title character in what 2012 Quentin Tarantino movie? Django Unchained. Number 5. Prior to June 30th, 2020, Mississippi featured what other flag on its state flag? The Confederate battle flag. They finally removed it a few years ago. Number 6. What state borders Mississippi to the east? Alabama. Number 7. What body of water forms the southern border of Mississippi? The Gulf of Mexico. Number 8. Mississippi is hit by an average of 27 of what type of natural disaster every year? Tornadoes. Number 9. The state's capital is named after who? Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the U.S. Number 10. By 1860, over half of the state's population were categorized as what? Slaves. At the height of the practice in the U.S., slaves actually outnumbered free people. The Geeky Round. Number 1. What singer from Tupelo, Mississippi, has charted the most songs on Billboard's Top 40? Elvis Presley. He had over 115 top 40 songs. Number 2. Born in Macomb, Mississippi, what singer sold 25 million copies of her debut album in 1999 at the tender age of 17? Britney Spears. Number 3. What two states border Mississippi to the west? Arkansas and Louisiana. Number 4. Born in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, who was the richest African American of the 20th century? Oprah Winfrey. Number 5. Now known for his commanding voice, what actor was born in Arcabutla, Mississippi in 1931 and had a stutter as a child? James Earl Jones. Number 6. More than half of the state of Mississippi is covered by what? Trees. Number 7. Born in Greenville, Mississippi, who made their feature film directorial debut with The Great Muppet Caper? Jim Henson. Number 8. What Catherine Stockett novel, set in Jackson during the 1960s, was adapted into a 2011 movie that nabbed Octavia Butler an Oscar? The Help. Number 9. What 2000 Coen Brothers film is a loose retelling of the Odyssey? O Brother, Where Art Thou? Number 10. Who were the first Europeans to come to Mississippi? The Spanish. Hernando de Soto led an expedition in the early 1540s. The Nerdy Round. Number 1. What playwright from Columbus, Mississippi, wrote the plays The Glass Menagerie, A Streetcar Named Desire, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? Tennessee Williams. Number 2. Neil Simon wrote what semi-autobiographical play about his time in a Mississippi military base? Biloxi Blues. Number 3. What writer who was born and died in Mississippi published The Sound and the Fury in 1929? William Faulkner. Number 4. What stand-up comedian, writer, and actress from Mississippi joined Star Trek Discovery as Commander Jet Reno? Tig Notaro. Number 5. If you're a parrot head, you're a fan of what Pascagoula-born musician? Jimmy Buffett. Number 6. What 1988 film starred Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe as FBI agents? Mississippi Burning. Number 7. Set in Sparta, Mississippi, Virgil Tibbs helped solve a mystery in what 1965 novel and 1967 film? In the Heat of the Night. Number 8. The John C. Stennis Space Center is where NASA tests what? Rocket engines. Number 9. What blues musician from Berkeley, Mississippi, had a guitar named Lucille? B.B. King. Number 10. Slaves were primarily used to harvest what crop in Mississippi? Cotton. The state still produces a great deal of it. And we're done with Mississippi. Here are a few bonus facts about the state. It was the second state to secede from the Union during the Civil War. The state saw a lot of action during that war, so much so that the capital, Jackson, was burned down 3 times during the Civil War. It's the 32nd largest state in size and 35th in population. The state has had a less than stellar history with regards to civil rights. They were the last state to ratify the 13th Amendment, only doing so in 1995. So that's Mississippi. What did I miss? This also marks the halfway point in the season. That's right, we're halfway through the US. I hope you're enjoying the season so far. We're also a mere 14 episodes away from episode 200. That'll be something special. I'm also cooking up something different for season 5, so stay tuned. We've got another state in a week. Here's a clue to hold you over. What state has no official nickname, but sometimes goes by the Lead State, the Bullion State, and the Mother of the West? Any guesses? We'll find out next Wednesday, right here. This has been episode 186 of the Dorky, Geeky, Nerdy Trivia Podcast. The theme music has been by Jason Shaw at audionautics.com. I'm your host, Brian Rollins. You can find me all over the place, but usually at thevoicesinmyhead.com, where I narrate audiobooks. As always, thanks for listening.